I want to bring in a parent right now. I'm sorry, a teacher right now on the phone, Melissa Falkowski. First of all, Melissa, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
So you were teaching when this happened? Tell us what you know.
I was. It was the end of the school day, and the fire alarm went off, and we went to evacuate, as if it was a fire drill, and then we got maybe 15, 20 steps out of the classroom, and we were told that we were on cold red. We ran back inside to the classroom and got crossed down on the floor, and then we moved into the closet, and we were hidden in the closet.
You teach freshmen? You teach first-year students?
I teach a lot of grades. I teach all grades because I teach electives. I teach newspaper and English.
Were you in the freshman building when this happened? Our understanding is that's where this happened.
No, but I have a lot of friends that teach out there. I was across campus in the 200 building at the time.
Sources are telling us that they know of at least 2 fatalities. We talked to a student, Caden Hanafi, earlier, who said that that those 2 fatalities were visible under tarps as students left the building.
A friend of mine teaches on in the freshman building, and she said that as she was leaving, that there were bodies on the floor. So I don't know who it is, and I don't know why, but I mean, this is the type of situation that we just had a training about this, not maybe like 6 weeks ago, about how to deal with the situation. If we hadn't had that training, it could have been, a lot worse. In fact, a lot of us probably thought that this was the drill that we were supposed to have, this semester to practice. And it wasn't. It was a real thing instead.
Melissa, I hate to even ask this question, but your friend who said that he or she saw bodies, did he or she say how many bodies she saw?
She said she saw 3.
She saw 3?
Yeah.
Law enforcement sources are saying that the shooter was a student, suspected to be a student, a current student of the school. Obviously, we don't want to mention any names. That's up for law enforcement. But do you know anything about?
No, I don't know. I don't know anything about who it might be or why. I just know this is like the worst nightmare scenario that you hope never happens to you. And all these, I was listening in earlier to some of the commentators, and it really speaks to those of us, especially who work in schools and work with children, and their, our society's inability to tackle this problem is just totally unacceptable.
Well, it's pretty clear that we're failing our kids here, and I'm not saying that the solution is one thing or another, but obviously this does not happen in other countries the way it happens here.
Society failed those people today.
How are the kids that you were teaching? How are they doing?
They're doing okay. They're holding it together. It was a little bit more stressful and harder. When we were in the closet and, they were crying and panicking, and now we're off-site and pick up, so, it's a lot calmer.
How old were the students you're teaching today, about 15?
16, 17. I have a freshman in my newspaper class, 14 or 15.
What, how many students did you have to take back to the classroom and put in the closet?
I managed to put 19 kids in the closet with me.
How long did you have to be there?
Less than a minute.
Oh, less than a minute, then you were cleared pretty quickly.
No, we were in the closet for probably 40 minutes.
Oh, 40 minutes,
Like,
okay.
we were locked in the closet until SWAT came and got us and took us somewhere else, and then took us somewhere else. And now we're, standing out on the street, and kids are, finding their parents.
Well, those kids are lucky they had you. That must have been a horrible experience.
Yes, it was horrible.
And then as a teacher, you have to put on a brave face.
Yeah, which is very difficult.
When no doubt you were pretty scared.
Yeah.
I
think I have to go now because I have students that are getting picked up, and I'm responsible for them. So.
Melissa, thank God for you, and those kids are lucky they had you, and thanks for talking to us.
Okay, thank you.
I want to bring in a student at the school right now joining us by phone, Caden Hanafi. Caden, you evacuated. How are you?
I'm perfect right now. I'm being driven away from the school right now.
You're with other students who were evacuated as well?
Yes, I'm with a couple of other people. We're being driven by my mom. I'm with four other people, so 6 people in total in the car.
You're a freshman?
Yes, I'm a freshman.
What did you see? What happened?
Well, obviously, I wasn't in the building where the shooting happened, but we were very close, like literally one building away, literally a stairwell away. So we were first told to evacuate over the intercom. So we were leaving the building, and we came upon a stairwell with that led to the other building, you know, over a bit of concrete pavement. And I heard 2 gunshots, and a lot of people were running out of that building, and the intercom spoke again and told us to code red, which is a lockdown.
And what did you do then?
We returned to our building in our room. We locked the door and we stood around. Most people thought it was firecrackers because it was on the 3rd floor, I think, or that's what a lot of people have been saying, or 2nd floor. So I thought it was someone, you know, it's Valentine's Day, so maybe as a celebration they set off firecrackers, and a teacher who didn't see maybe called in an alarm. But then we started, CBS and all the local news stations started updating, talking about a situation. It went past, you know, the time school ends, so people thought something was up, but we didn't know it was a shooting until we were told, and until, you know, reports started. I think they said, like, there estimated 6 people dead and 20 injured, and when people saw that, they thought it was a shooting. So,
yeah, we know that there are, according to the Broward sheriff, 14 people who were shot and been taken to hospitals. We don't know whether they're dead or injured. And the fire chief did tell the Miami Herald that 1 person has been killed. A horrible day.
I saw at least 2 people under tarps in front of the building that the shooting occurred.
You saw 2 people under those blankets that they put people under after they've been killed?
It was yellow, so, and they weren't moving and they weren't receiving attention, so I think they were dead.
Could you tell if they were students or adults?
One was a adult for sure. He was wearing a bit more formal attire, like stuff that teachers wear. And the other one, I think, was a female student.
That's horrible. I'm sorry you had to see that.
It's fine.
Your mom must be pretty happy that she has you in the car.
Yeah, very much so. It's really a blessing to still be alive.
Caden, we're glad you're okay. Thanks for calling us.